is going to go on 4th down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Mahomes now to throw. Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to have a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's got a man. Complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster, and that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster, 37 yards. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Mahomes will throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 2, Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Mahomes now on 1st down. Into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession as they get it at the 42-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit. And, Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead, tying a game up, that just relaxes a whole team, doesn't it? And now when you have the extra point and you go up, you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Second down, McKinnon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. They'll run it with Jones. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking downfield for Kelsey. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The 3rd quarter now at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Mahomes on third. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Well, it's certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
88. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. That's it. 26.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again to Jones. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. On play action, Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Throwing is Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here's Mahomes. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 33 yards. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Mahomes. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that.
And this is going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers to throw. Able to find Jones. And some room to roam now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. The slot man in motion right. Back to throw, Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 58 yards. And the Packers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down now, run with McKinnon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here again is McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends. And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety.
Well, they had one final chance here on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.